Welcome back. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Breaking news: Lagos NURTW boss reveals how Tinubu and Sàñwo asked him to drop his ambition for MC Olomo. Let's get into the details. Fatai Adesina, nicknamed Akeweje, the recently appointed caretaker committee chairman of the National Organization of Road Transport Workers (NURTW) in Lagos State, has revealed he relinquished his goal to lead the union in 2019, when former Lagos State Governor Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu intervened. In an interview with a newsman, Akeweje claimed he was offered the job of deputy chairman in exchange for giving up his desire, but he never received it. He stated that despite pleadings with the then NURTW chairman Musiliu Akinsoya, also known as MC Olomo, all efforts to obtain the post failed. After 8 years of Tajuddin Agbede as the Lagos chairman of the NURTW, a vacancy for the job of state chairman of the union was announced, for which Adesina received the form and ran for the state of the Lagos chairman in 2019. Akeweje said, "Some days to the D-Day, when they were supposed to announce me as the NURTW chairman for Lagos, the chief of staff to the governor called me and told me that he and the governor had endorsed my candidacy. But Tinubu said that they should give it to MC Olomo. I told him there was no problem. He asked me what I wanted to do next, and I told him that I was okay with anything the government wanted. He asked whether I wanted the deputy or treasurer position, and I said any of both was fine. He drafted a list of the state executive members to be announced and showed me that I was penned for the deputy chairman position." He stated that he agreed with the plan. He continued, "However, on the day we were to be sworn in, my name was cancelled with a pen, not that they drafted a fresh list. I was not offered any position. MC Olomo took away my job, hijacked my branch and my units despite meeting me on this job." According to Anedon Online, Fatai Adesina was named caretaker committee chairman of the NURTW in Lagos by the national body following the union's crisis. The Babajide Sàñwo-led administration named MC Olomo, a suspended member of the union, as the head of the park management committee to take over the NURTW responsibilities. Well, additional Fatai is letting everyone know that his job was taken away from him because of Tinubu and Sàñwo. And it's no news that Tinubu and MC Olomo are really close pals. And according to what people have been saying, MC Olomo is the one that carries out most of the dirty jobs for most politicians in Lagos State and even in Nigeria. We can recall that barely 24 hours after MC Olomo was suspended as the chairman of the NURTW chapter in Lagos, he was appointed as the head of the park management committee. So you can see that they could not just allow him to leave, because if he should have just stayed without no position, it might start ratting a lot of people out. So they had to come up with something fast to be able to eventually give him another position, because according to what Alhaji Tajuddin said, he said that most people that were put under MC Olomo under the parks committee, that they are more knowledgeable and are more experienced than MC Olomo. But why would you put an illiterate, someone that was a former thug, as the head of the management parks committee? So yeah, it's possibly definitely taking over NURTW's responsibilities, and we can see that there have been a lot of chaos in different in cities in Lagos. There's been a lot of chaos because of the fact that MC Olomo boys are still disturbing these people, are still walking around disturbing people, collecting outrageous amounts from them. We can recall that someone who decided to keep his or her name anonymous stated that most times they don't see anything to take back home to their bosses, and most people that drive this keke napep, this okada and buses, they're not the owners of those vehicles. It's somebody that buys that vehicle, then give it to them to drive. So at the end of the day, you're expected to bring a certain amount of money for them. So when you do not bring it, you're certainly dragging yourself up for sacking Or at the end of the day, they might collect every single thing that you worked for and you won't see anything to take back home. And this is what people have been talking, that Tinubu gave MC Olomo so much power that he can now do anything he wants. Just imagine, he's still in NURTW secretarial building, and they have asked him to vacate the place. You can imagine just saying that I was sacked from work, but I still go there because I want to go there. I have the power. Nobody's going to stop me. So MC Olomo is definitely invisible, and that is because he has somebody backing him up, and that is Tinubu. And they said that Tinubu bought out this dog from nothing and made him something, and that Tinubu have given him so much power to the extent that he feels is invisible and untouchable. And that is what MC Olomo feels, because he does anything he wants to do. Because at the end of the day, he is untouchable, and he has a lot of secrets. He has a lot of politician secrets at the back of his palm. So if he is taught, or if anything bad happens to him, he will start ratting out everybody, and Nigeria will definitely scatter if a lot of secrets start coming out. Because a lot of people are not aware of what MC Olomo might have done for these governors, for these politicians. Nobody is aware. So that is why they had to devise a plan quickly to make sure that MC Olomo assumes another position. And that is what they did. And they carried it out really clean. Barely 48 hours after MC Olomo was suspended from NURTW, he was immediately assigned as the head of the Parks Management Committee. And people were very shocked, because it did not take time for them to appoint him to a new role. Someone that was suspended because of allegations of incitement, insubordination. He was trying to take Alhaji Tajudeen's position. He was trying to incite people against Alhaji Tajudeen, because both of them are not on good terms. So imagine the way they rushed quickly to assign him to another position. It clearly reveals that there are so many things that they do not want MC Olomo to reveal. And it's not news that Tinubu owns Lagos. He practically runs Lagos, and he does anything he wants to do with Lagos. So he has given MC Olomo so much power, and he does whatever he wants to do. If Tinubu says today that he wants Sàñwo out of office, he is going to get Sàñwo out without even stressing himself. And if he says he wants Ambode back in office, he is going to bring Ambode, and Ambode is going to win the next governorship election if Tinubu decides. If Tinubu decides that he wants his son to become the governor of Lagos State right now, he will do it. So practically, he is a godfather. He knows the back and forth of politics. He knows what politics is all about. And so he carries it out with so much ease. So at the end of the day, MC Olomo is untouchable until when Tinubu says that I don't want this man again. And it's sad and it's unfair. We all know that it's not meant to be so. But this is how Nigeria is structured to be. This is how Nigeria is built. Nigeria is built like this, where one person controls everything and nobody can say anything. Well, do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and turn on your notification button to get more news updates from us, and flood my comment section and tell me what you feel about this news reaching you right now. Thank you.